A very good morning to you all, children. In the previous class, we have learnt about the addition and subtraction of polynomials. Now let us learn about multiplication of polynomials. Okay. Now you can see the pattern of dots here. Here you count the number of dots. Horizontally we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dots are there, and there are 4 such horizontal lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 9 dots in each row and there are 4 horizontal rows. So what is the total number of dots here? So we need to multiply the total number of dots and dots in a row and the number of rows. Then we will get 36. So therefore, there are 36 dots in this pattern. Now let us look at another pattern. Now count the number of dots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 dots in each row and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 such horizontal rows. Therefore, to find the total number of dots in this pattern, we need to multiply the number of dots in each row and the number of rows. That gives us 35. Okay. Here we have n dots here. Let the number of dots here be n. N. Okay. And there are m rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like this. This represents number of rows is represented by m and number of entities in each row be represented by n. Then the total number of entities here in this pattern would be m cross n or m by n. Here we have n plus number of rows be m plus 2 and number of dots or number of entities in each row is n plus 3. Then the total number of entities in this pattern would be the product of m plus 2 and n plus 3. Now this is the rectangle. Now what is the area of this rectangle? We know that area of the rectangle is L into B, that is length into breadth. Here this is a rectangle. Say rectangle A, B, C, D. So this is the rectangle of length L and breadth B, isn't it? If this breadth is reduced by 3 units, then so if this is 3 units, then the breadth of this rectangle would be, this total is B and minus 3. Minus 3 is to be subtracted. So it is B minus 3. Now, the length of this ABCD is extended by 5 units. Then how will you write this? If the length AB is L and if it is extended by 5 units, then the whole length of this. So let me consider this as ABEF. Okay, the length of the rectangle AEF, let us give G. AEFG would be this L plus 5. Then what is the area of this new rectangle? It will be length is L plus 5 and breadth is B minus 3. So if you find the product of these two, you will get the area of the new rectangle. Now, let's multiply a monomial by a monomial. So suppose we have 5a, then what will we do? we have to write, we are adding a 5 times. A plus A plus A plus A plus A is 5A. 5A. Now 4 times 3x. 4 times 3x. That means 3x is added 4 times. What will we get? 12x. So this is nothing but the product of this. Okay. So this gives you the number of repetitions and this gives us what is repeated. Okay, repeated. Then if we find the product of these two, we will get this 12x. Now let's multiply 5x and 3y. While multiplying, we have learned that we have to multiply the coefficients of the variables, of the monomials, isn't it? Now 5x and 3y. 5 is the coefficient of x, 5x, and 3 is the coefficient of 3y. So find the product of these 5 into 3 into the product of the variables. You will get it as 5 3s are 15xy. Similarly, here 5p into 4p square. 5 into 4 is 20. That is product of coefficients. Into p square. Here you have to make use of the law of exponents. A to the power m into a to the power n is a to the power m plus n. 1 plus 1 is 2. Sorry, 1 plus 2 is 3. Therefore, the product is 20p cube. Thus, the coefficient of the product is the coefficient of first monomial into the coefficient of the second monomial, or if it could be n number of monomials. Okay, and the algebraic factor. So this is algebraic factor. Algebraic factor of the product is the algebraic factor of first monomial into the algebraic factor of second monomial. Now let us find the product of 4x into 5y into 7z. So you need to multiply the coefficients first. 4 into 5 into 7 into x into y into z. That comes out to be 4 5s are 20, 27s are 140 x, y, z. I hope it is clear. Now let us do the exercise problems of 6.2. Here 4 and 7p. 4 and 7p. So you need to multiply 4 and 7. So it is nothing but 28. 28. 4 into 7 into p, which is 28p. Then you need to multiply minus 4p and 7p. So find the product of the coefficients into p. That comes out to be minus 28p square. Minus 28p square. Then minus 4p into 7p cube. So minus 4 into 7 into p. We don't have any q term here. Therefore into q. So that comes out to be minus 28p square cube. Next, let us find the product of 4p cube and minus 3p. It is 4 into minus 3. 4 into minus 3 into p cube it is p cube into p. So it is plus 4 into minus 3 is minus 12 p to the power 4. E to the power m into e to the power n is e to the power m plus n minus 12 p to the power 4. Okay. Now let us consider 4p into q. You know that anything multiplied by 0 is 0 only. Is it clear, children? If you get any doubt, get back to me. Now let us proceed to the second main. Find the areas of rectangles with the following pairs of monomials as their length and breadth. So we know that area of the rectangle is length into breadth. Area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. So length is P and breadth is Q. Therefore, it is P into Q square units. Square units. Next is L is given as 10m and n is length breadth is given as 5n. Therefore, area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. So 10m into 5n. How will you multiply? 10 into 5 into m into n. 10 5s are 50 into mn. Next, let us consider 20x square and 5y square. Area of the rectangle is equal to 20x square into 5y square. So find the product of the coefficients 20 into 5 into x square into y square. So 20 into 5 is 100 x square y square, so many square units. Then area of the rectangle is equal to 4x into 3x square. 4 into 3 into x into x square. It is 12x cube. In this way, you can find the product of two monomials. Third main, one table is given. I will post it afterwards. Okay. Find the, I think you don't have textbook, no? That's why I will send the table along with PDF. Obtain the volume of the rectangular boxes with the following length, breadth and height respectively. So, volume of rectangular box. Rectangular box is L into B into H. So, L is 5A, B is 3A square and H is 7A to the power 4. Again, this is a product of three monomials. You need to find the product of their coefficients and the algebraic factors. So 5 3s are 15, 15 7s are 105. Sorry, a to the power 1 plus 2 plus 4. It is 7. So cubic units. So this is cubic units. Next, second problem. If the length is 2p, breadth is 4q and height is 8r, then area of, sorry, not area, it is volume now. Okay. Volume of rectangular box. Volume of rectangular box is equal to L into B into H. It is 2P into 4Q into 8R. 2 into 4 into 8 into P into Q into R. 2 4s are 8, 8 8s are 64, PQR. Next, xy into xy, 2x square y and 3xy square, 3xy square. It is same area of rectangle. rectangular box is equal to length into breadth into height. Length is xy, breadth is 2x square y and height is 3x y square. So you have to multiply the coefficients first. So it is 1 into, you can write or you can leave it, 1 into 2 into 3. And here x into x square into x into y y square. 3 2s are 6, x to the power. Nothing is there means we will take it as 1. So 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. Y to the power 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 2 is 4. Y to the power 4. Next, area of rectangular box is equal to length into breadth into height, A into 2B into 3C. So what is the product of coefficients? It is 1 into 2 into 3 and the variables are A into B into C. Therefore, it is 3 to the 6, A, B, C. Then fifth main, obtain the product of, you have to find the product of these three, x, y, sorry, into yz into zx. Find the product of like terms, x into x into y into z into z. It is x square, y square, z square. Next, it is a into minus a square into a cube. Since the one of the terms is having negative sign, you will get the negative product. So a into a square into a cube. It is a to the power 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6. Next it is 2 into 4y into 8y square into 16y cube. Find the product of all the coefficients. 2 into 4 into 8 into 16 into y into y square into y cube. Okay. So first you have to find the product of all the coefficients and then find the product of the variables. So you will get it as it is you have to multiply all these numbers. 2 into 4 is 8. 8 8 is 64. 64 into 16 is, you will get it as 1024. 1024 into y to the power 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay. So this is xy into yz into zx. X into x into y into y into z into z. It is x square, y square, z square. Next, a into minus a square into a cube. It is minus a to the power 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6. This one, a into 2b into 3c into 6abc. So the thing is there means we will consider it as 1. 1 into 2 into 3 into 6. So this is the product of coefficients of all the terms. Then a into B into C into A, B, C. This is product only. So it is 2, 2 is a 6, 6, 6 are 36. A into A is A square, B into B is B square, C into C is C square. Okay. Next, M into minus Mn into Mnp. The product would be minus only. So M into M is M square. So let me write M into M into M into N into N into P. Therefore, the product is minus M cube N square P. Okay. Now, let us multiply a monomial by a binomial. Here, we use the distributive property of multiplication over the addition. Okay. Now, A into B, you have to multiply each term of the binomial by the monomial. A into B plus A into C. A into C. Yes, can write A into C. A into C. Right? Now similarly, this is generalized form. Let us do some problems to multiply a monomial by a binomial. Now 2x is the monomial here. 3y plus 5xy is the binomial. So what will you do? You will multiply 2x and 3y, 2x and 3y, okay, plus 2x into 5xy. Again, this is the product of two monomials. 2 3s are 6xy plus 2 5s are 10. We have x and x, which is x square y. Next, monomial is a square, binomial is 2ab minus 5c. So it is a square into 2ab minus a square into 5c. So it is 2. Nothing is there means it is 1. So 1 into 2 is 2. A into a square is a cube. B minus it is 5a square c. 5a square c. I think you are able to follow. Now let us multiply a monomial by a binomial. Here also we use the distributive property to find the product. You have to multiply each term of the trinomial by the monomial. That is 4p square into 3p plus 5p into 3p plus 7 into 3p. Here the product of coefficients 4 into 3 into p square into p. If you think that you will get confused, you put big brackets like this. You will get 3 terms. Okay. Now it is 5 into 3 into p plus 7 into 3 into p. So these are the 3 terms. Therefore, the final answer is 4 3s are 12. P square into p is p cube plus 5 3s are 15. P into p is p square plus 7 3s are 21 p. 5m into 3 minus m and 6m square minus 13m. We need to add. First we have to simplify these two. 5m into 3 minus m. So 5m into 3 is 15m and 5m into m is 5m square minus 5m square and 6m square minus 13m. So we have to add these two binomials. Write one below the other. 15m minus 5m square minus 13m plus 6m square. Since this is addition, you have to write plus only. So you are adding a positive and a negative integer. You need to find the difference of these two and put the sign of the larger number. So difference of 5 and 6 is, or 6 and 5 is 1. It is plus 1. Plus 1m square, and this is plus 15m minus 13m is 2m. So 2m plus m square is the sum. Next step. Subtract 3pq into p minus q from 2pq into p plus q. First you simplify each term and then subtract. So 3pq into p minus q is what? 3pq into p minus 3pq into q. That's equal to 3 p into p is p square q minus 3 p q square. Similarly, you simplify this. 2pq into p plus q. So 2p into p plus 2p into q. 2p into p is p square, isn't it? Plus 2p into q is 2pq. So what you need to do is, you need to subtract this term from 2p, this. So first you need to write this 2p square. Now 2p square plus 2pq. From this you have to subtract a minute. Let me check this one. Subtract 3pq. Yes. 3pq into p minus q. 2pq into p plus q. Now q I have left here. That's what. 2pq. So you will get 2pq. Just a minute, I will do it. Okay. 2pq into p plus 2pq into q. So it is 2p square q plus 2pq square. So from this you need to subtract yes. Now I think yes. Now 2p square q plus 2pq square. From this you need to subtract 3p square q minus 3pq square. Now what you need to do is you have to change the sign of each term of the subtrahend. So minus becomes plus and plus becomes minus. Plus 2p square q minus 3p square q is minus p square q. Difference of 3 and 2 is 1. And we are adding a positive, both are positive here. 2pq square plus 3pq square is plus 5pq square. I think it is clear, children. So let me stop here and I'll continue in the next class. Thank you.